Welcome back to the channel. So today, the last shoe test, it's the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite version 1. So it's my first full fat carbon plated shoe. Obviously I did the Takumi Sen test not that long ago, and obviously that's got nylon rods, which classed as a plated shoe, but not really. So this is my first proper carbon plated shoe. First run today, fresh out of the box. So I've got about an hour, not got loads of time, but I've got about an hour to get at them, put them through the paces. Obviously I'm in the middle of mission 40 as well, so I'm going to try and amalgamate that two together. I've got a bit of a tempo workout to do, so I'm going to do that in these to see how they feel, how they go. Do I like carbon plated shoes? Let's find out, see how good they are. So let's get out there, let's get on with a run. Okay, so I've taken a little mid-run break just to try and check in, give you my initial thoughts on these Puma Deviate Nitro Elite version 1. So version 2 is obviously out now. These are 2022, I think, or 2023 model. But I got them on obviously on a bargain. Stats on the screen. So yeah, obviously it's a race day shoe, carbon plated, super lightweight. I'm probably going to be using this for the marathon, but obviously during the training block I'll make a final decision, but it's more than likely. Initial thoughts, the word that comes to mind is nice. So it's not as poppy, not as responsive, I don't think, as the Takumi Sen. The plate just kind of not mellows everything out, but kind of not just protects your foot a little bit more. So it might be better for the marathon, this one, just in terms of smooth, nice. So that's the feelings I'm getting from it. It's fairly quick. To be fair, it's hard to judge because my legs are still shot from the speed session I did the other day on Friday. This is a hilly course. I've just come to Birkenhead Park, which is kind of a local park to where I've just dropped the kids off. But yeah, it's undulating, it's windy as hell, and my legs are shot, so heart rate's a bit higher than expected. But yeah, so I'll give it a 5. So I'll give it a 5 or 6k blast at around half marathon pace, 4:30s per k. I'll put conversion on the screen for miles, and then I'm just going to do this last 5 or 6k, probably 10 or 11k. I'll probably finish off as I'm running out of time. I'll probably do that nearer to like goal marathon pace at 4:40, 4:45, something like that, which I haven't decided on yet. But yeah, it's very similar to the Takumi Sen. I just say probably less aggressive. So whether the Takumi Sen's got a slightly more aggressive rocker, slightly firmer at the front, I think, and a bit more responsive at the front, pops you up a bit higher, and the rods presumably spring back a bit more aggressively. This Puma's just a bit more of a mellow, that version of that, which is probably better for the longer distances, so half marathons, marathons, which is probably going to be using this for. I'll concentrate on using the Takumi for 5s and 10s, obviously faster blasts. But yeah, nice overall. It's pretty breathable, nice and comfortable. I said quite responsive, just not overly responsive, not as much as the Takumi Sen, but my legs are kind of shot today, so it's hard to kind of judge it fairly. Obviously I'll continue to use it, and then I'll hold it back. I'm thinking I'm going to use this for the marathon. But yeah, I got this on a bargain, so it was £170 RRP, and I managed to grab this for $76.50 on a Black Friday deal. So really happy with that bargain. That's a bargain of a price for this kind of shoe. So I'll continue to use it. Obviously I'll try and use it when I'm not as jaded as I am right now. But yeah, I'll finish this run off. It's a bit easier to run at slower paces in it. Like I said, the Takumi, you really struggle to run slowly in it or steezy in it, whereas this I've kind of slowed down to a steezy or easy pace just to get a bit of recovery up the hills. And it's a bit windy, obviously I'm blowing a little bit today, and it's just easier and more comfortable to run that pace in it. You're able to do that. So this is probably a better rounded shoe if you're looking at a carbon type plated shoe and it's your first timer, which is what I am, a first timer. Then obviously the Takumi Sen's a bit more aggressive, a bit more kind of race focused. This is obviously a carbon plated one, but it's just generally you could use it for anything, training, daily training if you wanted to. It's soft enough to be used for recovery periods, etc. So I'll get this one finished and I'll check back in. Oh, so yeah, rundown, I've had to cut it a little bit short just because I'm running out of time, but yeah, it ended up being a 10k at 439 per k average. I'll put the conversion on the screen. So I did the first 5 or 6k a bit brisker, around the 430s, and then for the second 4 or 5k I slowed down a little bit, nearer to the 440s, 450s. But like I say, it was an undulating route and it's super windy today. Trees are blowing everywhere, like it's just a bit gusty, so no excuses. But yeah, it probably wasn't the best day to do a test of it because obviously I'm a bit jaded. It's a tough course. Initial thoughts, like I said before, it's just a nicer, more smoother feel to the Takumi. I say it's probably better for it as an entry level if you're trying to get into the carbon plated shoes. I'm glad I've picked this one. Obviously, like I said, it was a nice easy way in. It's not too aggressive. I tried the Adios Pro on, and that's got a super aggressive rocker, really firm at the front, and that just felt like my toes were curled up on themselves. And there's obviously other ones that I like, the Takumi Elite. That's again got a really aggressive rocker at the front. This is just a smoother, nicer ride. Like I said, that was the thought. That was the words that came into my mind. Is nice. I said I'm hoping this is going to be better for the longer end of the spectrum, so the half and the marathons. Run done. Like I said, overall pretty happy with that. Like I said, I'm a bit jaded, so that's on me. But yeah, the shoe's nice. Everything I thought it would be. It's not quite as responsive as I thought it might have been, so I was maybe expecting a little bit more pop. The carbon plate, you can't really feel it. It's not really noticeable to me. I think it's quite low down in the foam though, so there's quite a chunk of foam above the plates, I think, from the geometry of the shoe. But yeah, nice. It's a smooth ride, and hopefully this is probably the one I'm going to be using for the marathon. But again, I'll make decisions later on in the year. Final decision later on in the year. But yeah, initial test done. Drop in the comments if you've run in any Pumas. Looking at the range, I think I'm going to try and get more of them in the future. So they've got the Deviate Nitro, obviously, which is not the elite one, it's just the daily trainer. You've got the Liberate Nitro and the what's the other one? The Nitro Ranger shoes, which again look like good grip, good durability, and a bit of response to them. So yeah, I might look into that more in the future. But yeah, drop in the comments if you've run in Pumas before, what your thoughts are on them. If you've run in the Deviate Nitro Elite 1 or 2, version 1 or version 2, again drop in the comments if you've got any opinions on those as well. But yeah, gonna get back now, rest up. I think I'm in need of a recovery after this first week of mission 40. Like I said, the speed work session I did on Friday was quite intensive, but yeah, on Tuesday I'll drop a recap for the previous week. So a couple of days time I'll drop a recap on terms of what my week one looked like, in terms of a bit more detail of the runs I did, including this one. I'll do a quick recap, like I said, of how the training's gone and how I felt, etc. And then I'll continue to use the shoes, and then as I hit the 50k 30 mile mark, and then I'll give a bit more of an in-depth shoe review and give the scores on terms of the upper, midsole, outsole value and durability scores. I'll do them when I set that first little milestone, so look out for them. Good luck with all your training, happy running, and I'll see you all on the next one.